Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this week, the first full week of December 2022. I know everybody finished all the Christmas shopping and just being able to sit back and relax now. Let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of everyday comfort needs. Speaking of comfort, high today 72, low 64. Water temperature at the end of the pier 66. Not a bad day. Let's take a look at our moon phase, our Monday moon phase. I bring it to you every Monday to let you know what's going on. The moon is going to be full Thursday night. It's pretty full right now, but it'll be a full moon Thursday night. That's on December the 8th. Now take a look at our tide chart, brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn, right here on 23rd Street. We got a low tide this morning at 5:38 and a high tide at 7:22. And you're looking at a week-long group of just good tides day after day. Really strong tides this week. Hopefully you'll get to plan to do some inshore fishing. It's going to be good. The wind's not going to be that bad today. It's coming out of south-southeast at 5 to 6. So really, really nice weather we're having. We're going to, and you know, this week looks pretty good, but remember this time of year, these storms come in, sometimes they come in strong and then they just, taper off. But we had some good rain last week, so that got the river up, as you saw what the river did for the weekend. We'll give you tomorrow, get back on the river forecast. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Just a couple of quick pictures. This is when you know your school system has things set up in priorities. My buddies from Wisconsin and Michigan, they tell me these stories, but look, this is Imminence High School, home of the Red Wings. No school. Deer season break, November 14th through 18th. That's pretty strong right there. I imagine that was some fun times. This picture right, Wendy sent this to me. I got tickled. This is her neighborhood. This is a road in front of her house. She had to quit putting bird feed out because the geese, they live on the water. Geese just walk people's yard, walk across the road. You got to stop, let them pass, but geese all over the place, and they were eating the bird feed. But I just thought that was funny. And one more real quick. Ed Popple, one of my old high school buddies. We played ball together many years. He knows a lot about outdoors. Check this out. There's a lot on the wood. Talking about these old houses. You can't get the wood, can't get a nail in the wood, folks. This is the reason they didn't really, those trees 100 years ago, look, they didn't cut them. I mean, they just cut full-grown trees. Now we just cut them pretty quick. Just as soon as they get partly grown, they're cut. And that has a lot to do with, I just want to share that with you because a lot of y'all build projects and make tree stands and all. Anytime you get that old wood, you see what they're talking about. And I thought that was a great picture. Thank you, Ed Popple. Now we had the FWC meeting last Thursday. Billy Grantham and I were there. Gail went out with us. We just had a good time. Spent the day with them, and it was, they finished up about 1 or 1:30. It was wrapped up, but had a very good time. And it's just interesting. I've been to the meeting a couple of times. They have 5 meetings a year, and they rotate it around the state, and the panel sits up there, and they have a staff over here that has a lot of research and different subjects they take. And I actually I spoke to them, and the last thing is have a public speaking, and they had 17 speakers. I was one of the speakers. We got 3 minutes, and Billy Grantham, I drove all the way down from Jackson County, like I said, and he was one of the speakers, and I spoke my 3 minutes. I encouraged them to be helpful in let's get outdoor education in all 67 counties here in Florida, in the state of Florida, and I talked about how well we've done up here in the Panhandle with the schools doing it here. They're very receptive to it, and they'll listen. Billy Grantham, I'm going to let him tell you what he did, but he actually brought up something about 65-year-old. If you're over 65, you don't have to get a license. Therefore, you're not put in to be able to get a doe permit when it's drawn. And they really were not that. He actually got that changed. And like I'm saying, I'm so proud of Billy for doing that. And the other guys, there was all kind of stuff, but it was just. And you know what else? In any kind of meetings and all, you have some of the best part of some of the meetings in the hallway where you get to talk to some of them. I got to see Chris Paxton, you know, the wildlife biologist, fish biologist. He's been on here before. He spoke about the striped bass. His staff had done the research on it, the striped bass from Lake Talquin all the way down to Okalotney about getting a limit. He has some great statistics. He's going to come back on the show. He's just been like all of us, so busy, but great statistics on the striped bass. It was interesting. Got to talk to him. I haven't seen him in a while. And Lake Talquin, and I don't know if you know this, the dam at Lake Talquin between Tallahassee and Quincy, it's not generating anymore, but it still makes a lake, so the fish can actually go through the dam up into the lake, from the river to the lake, and vice versa. And the Tallahassee power grid now is coming off the solar panels. If you get on I-10 and driving from Tallahassee to Jacksonville on I-10, and you see these solar panel fields, and that's where most of the electricity is coming from in that area. But anyway, just all kind of cool things. Also, got to meet the director, Northwest Florida director, from Bristol, John Creamer. We had the best talk. He's from Bristol, knows my kin folks over there. He's in charge of the Northwest District, watches the show. Felt really good. I just had a good feeling being there Thursday, and Billy did too. Staff's receptive, and you know, we're all in the same boat. We got to make sure we have game to hunt and fish to catch. It's as simple as that, and that's what the rules are. And I'm going to show you some of the things they went over, and they tabled some, and it was some good decisions. Well, real quick, I'm going to go through it real quick. They actually sent out email. Okay, this is, let me see. Okay, they just did. Okay, these are things that, okay, approved rules establishing a permit requirements on new boating safety education. It's just a bunch of little small stuff. This is one on the striped bass they did right here. They actually come up with some rules to conserve the Florida, the Gulf striped bass right there. Okay, that was a good presentation there. This rule here, this was interesting. It's not here, but it's down in. Let me tell you about this. It was down in Biscayne Bay, close to Elliott Key, and that's one of my few trips to the Keys. I know where Elliott Key is. And what has happened, the storms have washed up some archaeological ruins, you know, old shipwrecks and all, and they want to protect it. It's small, it's not a big area, they sort of want to protect it, and because by having people throwing, especially during lobster season and all this, traps out and dragging stuff around them. And they passed that. I thought that's a good rule. That's the archaeological ruins, and colleges are coming in to study it and all, and they're just trying to protect it. So I just thought that was cool. I didn't know that situation. I got some more. Let's take a break now, and we'll set these others up. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Hope you're getting the week started off good. I know you are if you're watching our show. I got a real quick video here. This is Gail took this of the. This is me speaking. Okay. They called my name up, and I walk up there to the podium, and this is me addressing the commission. You see the commission sits up there in the front, and folks are in the back and all. And I can say they're very receptive, and I just felt good about talking about it, and they're going to encourage us and all. We're not going to watch all 3 minutes. I just wanted y'all to see that. Billy Grantham was next when he actually got up there, and Billy had a very valid point. I was so proud of him for doing that. But let me go back now to. We'll go back to the rest of the meeting. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this. I just think it's important that we actually sort of get the format of what they're doing. Okay, real quick, a couple other things they've done. All right, here we go. They passed a rule on the survival of released reef fishing. We know how important that is. We want to survive. So they were talking about a venting tool. So every boat now has to have a venting tool on it, which I thought was a rule anyway. Then this one right here. We reached the quota on December the 2nd. We reached the quota. It's going to reopen January 1st on the lane snapper. Okay, and this had a good discussion on this. Actually postponed on more research done on the Goliath grouper spawning area. And again, this is on the southeast coast, but it was interesting listening to it. A different group came in. Okay, so that was all of that. Now, I want to get back to some emails. Y'all are so good about sending emails, and I appreciate it. Here's one right here. Text emails. Okay. I've read this, and this is Bruce Van Weeren. We had this on last week from down in Watapo Creek, and I think I read it. Did I read this last week? Or do you remember? I don't think I did. Maybe I thought I set it up and didn't get to it. Winston. This is Bruce Van Wieren, retired Michigan game warden. I'm a loyal viewer of Panhandle Outdoors, even when I'm home in Michigan. I'm back here on Watapo Creek for the winter. I've been casting a small gold spoon in the creek for 3 days and keep getting strikes, but couldn't keep it on. Finally, this morning, I tied a trailer hook behind the lure, the treble, and landed this 26-inch gar. And I didn't have a picture of the gar, but he did, and he's seen it, but I've lost it somewhere. But anyway, that trailer hook, you understand what I'm talking about? The trailer hook, if this is the plug here, if this is the plug, you have like a little hook right here. A lot of times they'll bounce off the plug and get that trailer hook. We've talked about it before, but that's a good idea. Bruce, glad to have you back down here for the winter. And I know you're going to be catching a lot of fish there at Watapo Creek. I got this other text message. This is from Sam Kimball. Okay, Sam says, just moved to Florida in June and found your show. I really enjoy it. I moved from Colorado, so much of the outdoor environment and lingo is new to me. Have you thought about doing a show or shows for a newcomer or beginner? As a Christian, I really appreciate your show of faith. Thanks. Now, thank you for sending this. And I got to think about that. You know, people moving in, a lot of y'all moved in, and good viewers, loyal viewers, and we just take for granted some of the things we say, and that everybody understands it, but we get tickled sometimes when, I know when I went off to the University of Florida, some of the things I said down there, they sort of looked, what'd you say? But anyway, so Gail and I got tickled. We sat down last night. I said, what are some of these things we say to these people coming in? So I made a list of them, okay? I may not get all of them. This is just the cultural lingo as far as communication, talking. We're going to talk about outdoor lingo, about, you know, on the bed and staging and that kind of stuff later. But we just enjoyed putting this together last night. I may not get to finish all of it. Y'all, okay? We use the term y'all, you know, that's you all. Cattywampus. When something is cattywampus, I remember my dad talking about it, it's cattywampus. It just ain't straight. It's sort of off kilter. It's cattywampus. And they use that sometimes when somebody's building something. Number 3, piddling around. What are you doing? You're piddling around. I mean, you ain't doing nothing. You're just sitting around, you know, just wasting your time, but you think you're doing something. What are you doing? He's over piddling around. Another was madder than a wet hen. That was just a lingo that folks use for a good while. You don't hear much anymore. As the generation changes, and you lose some of these lingos. Okay, bless your heart. I can remember ladies at church saying it. That's when they sort of felt sorry for you. And I don't know if I had on my old shirt or something, but other times they'd bless your heart. They'd pat me on the back. Bless your heart. Or they'd be telling a story about somebody else, and they said, bless her heart. Okay. This one, you have a pecan tree, okay? What we call it, pecans. I've always called it pecans, okay? Pecan or pecan, okay? We've always called it a pecan. A pecan tree. In fact, she just made 2 pecan pies the other night, and I had 2 pieces on the first one. And when they come out of the oven, they're still warm. I just can't say no. Fixing to. I'm fixing to do that. That means you're about to embrace something, about to do something, you're about to do it, fixing to. Number 1, till the cows come home. That's going to be a long time till the cows come home, because the cows meander out in the fields. A lot of these are the old farmers, the old pioneers that would just try to describe things in their own words. That dog will hunt, okay? That dog won't hunt, or that dog will hunt. The other dog will hunt means that means that some people use it in the vernacular talking about other people that they get a job done, they're going to do it right. Or if that dog won't hunt, you know, he ain't going to do it. Okay. And then a couple more. It ain't going to mount to a hill of beans. In other words, it's going to be worthless. It ain't going to mount to a hill of beans. And if the creek don't rise, you're going, you know, back then the traveling back and forth a lot of times was determined by the geographical region you were in. If Tulogia Creek would rise, then you can't get across it. So I'm going to come see you if the creek don't rise. And that's where a lot of that came from. All throughout the southeast, through the Appalachian Mountains, that was some of the lingo that was used. So I wanted to share those with you. It's a lot of fun listening to them. You don't hear much anymore, but I can still, when I started on this last night, I could still hear my Uncle Buddy, Uncle Reuben, and Nan Lou, Aunt Rachel, and all my, to me, I heard my parents say, but then when I guess registered with me when my aunts and uncles would say that families get together talking to other people. As a kid, I would overhear it, and it's just always been entertaining to me to listen to that. Thank you for asking, and welcome down here, and I hope you continue to watch the show and learn a lot more. We'll start doing some more on the show. A lot of times I take for granted because I've done stuff over and over again, like the beginning of how to do this and how to do that. And sometimes I need to sort of go back over it with the new viewers, and it doesn't hurt to review it ourselves. So, all right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today. Brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. They full of Christmas gifts down there. Run by and see them. Our time today, we're looking at 8:34 this morning to 10:34, and this evening from, let's see, 8:58 to 10:58. I want to always keep in mind, on that Goliath grouper, one more thing on the FWC meeting last Thursday, the Goliath grouper, it was interesting because you had two parties. You had the diving group and then the fishermen. And they wanted to protect the area, and the divers wanted to. Anyway, it's just interesting seeing the two parties coming out with their facts or something. So anyway, that one was tabled. But they were. I'll follow that one. It's interesting. The spawning bed. Okay, look, we always try to get together and give you some ideas on Christmas, and we're going. I've got a whole list here, but I want the hottest selling item in America, or maybe in the Southeast, or maybe in the Florida Panhandle, or maybe I might be stretching it. Just came out. We got them in time for Christmas. I went and borrowed one last night from Travis. Check it out, folks. A new Panhandle Outdoors cap with a logo and a patch. That's the latest style. And that you're talking about. I'm on. This is beautiful. I got a picture of it here, a little close up of it. Let me see. I got it right here, Jeff. There it is right there. I'm so tickled with this patch. They did a great job with it. Exactly what we wanted. A lot of caps now have patches on them. So we're putting this patch on our camouflage caps. And we still got the cap I have on. We still have the brown and gray one with the same kind of. It's all sewn in it. It's not it's not a pressed on like that. So, but these patches are well made, and I really like those. Those are real popular now. So here, anyway, just for the outdoor guy or the outdoor lady. I love doing this. I do it every year. I start making a list, and I just can't stop. And I look around. I have most of this stuff, but some of my stuff is getting worn out, so I need some new stuff. But anyway, with the Panhandle Outdoor Shop, you know how I feel about that. It's on fire. Okay. I wrote down archery. Anything in archery with kids or even adults. You have all different kinds of archery. Kids enjoy that. I promise you, it's a great activity. Compass. I know they have a compass on the phone, but this is a real compass in their hand. They get a kick out of that. And it's good to have one in your pocket in case you lose your phone. A sun hat for the springtime and summer, just a big wide brim sun hat. That's a good idea. These are all good ideas, though. Y'all pay attention. Some kind of nice outdoor shirts. I know Academy Sports has the Magellan shirts. I'm getting some of those Magellan shirts. I really like them, and the price is really good. Run by and see those. Sunglasses. What else can I say about sunglasses? I ride the bifocals. I've lost my pair of the bifocals. I don't know where they are. If y'all find them, let me know. A hammock. I have a hammock down at the beach house. They're nice. They're comfortable, and that's a unique idea. Okay. I've mentioned this. A state park yearly pass, a family pass. What a great present. I think $120 maybe. You can go to any state park any time of the year. A state park yearly pass is a great present for outdoors person. Any kind of camping equipment, but especially camping chairs. They've made so much on camping chairs, the improvement on those over the years. You know, we used to have those straight laced ones like that, but now they're so comfortable and have all kind of things on them. So, but the good outdoor chair might sound better. Okay, grill, any kind of cooking grill. I got a new one this past, when Academy Sports opened up, I got one of the big grill because mine is rusted out. And I really enjoy it. I can do a small group or a big group on that grill. I wrote down headlamp. The headlamps, okay, you think about the headlamps back in the day, we always want to think about these old ones that got little lights. Folks, the technology on everything now, but especially headlamps is just, it's really cool. I mean, those the beams they just shoot out there to last a long time. So these new headlamps with the technology, those are good, okay? Boots, I mentioned this, any kind of boots, hiking boots, snake-proof bite, they're really good. I'd encourage you to get some of those. They're comfortable now. How about a lightweight cooler? A lightweight cooler, we use ours a lot. We don't use the big one that much unless we're traveling or going somewhere we're taking a lot of stuff. But just these lightweight coolers, there's some good ones out of Sunjammers and also C&G. A rod rack for the garage or wherever you keep your rod and reel. Maybe you might be like me, you've accumulated a little bit more. And Mason's got something in his bedroom. He's got 2 rod racks full of rods. A range finder, they're real popular now. And they really, even if you don't hunt, it's sort of a good idea to just say, how far is that? Well, it looks like a couple hundred yards. Well, there it is. It's actually 927 feet. So especially if you can kind of shooting it off. Anything in fly fishing. I think out of all, the 2 things when I'm running into my former students who have my class and they talk about what I learned. Coach, I remember doing that fly fishing, or I remember throwing that cast net. Okay, so any of those, and by the way, somebody touched base with me on who's making nets now, handmade. I don't know. I have not answered your email. I don't think. I remember. I get so much of this stuff. If I haven't answered it, please send me any of y'all. If I have not answered your text or email, please send it to me again. I like to answer 100%, but sometimes I get swamped and I get cattywampus and then anyway, I apologize for it. I got several more. We'll just finish the rest of these up. Well, maybe tomorrow we'll finish them up. It's not that many more, but these are all good gifts for outdoorsmen. But this right here, this is going to be flying off the shelves. I really do like this. That's special. Okay, y'all have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man, and especially this time of year is special. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.